Myself Pradeep Agrawal, CEO of Heritage Group of Institutions.
Thanks a lot for coming, sir. So, what do you like the best about this entire thing?
I think this is a great initiative where where this WWAD, where they are recognizing all the special ability of the children. And today I think there is a big launch, football for special need. I think it's a great event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
This is Tuhina Pandey.
Right. And you are presenting yourself as?
I'm presenting myself as Rubaru Mrs. India Timeless Beauty. I'm supposed to walk with the children and I'm extremely honored to be a part of this kind of a program. I'm very thankful to Amrita.
Please know your name.
I'm Arup Raha.
What do you like the most about this entire event? Please tell us in a brief.
I was invited by Amrita. She's one of the organizers to be part of this very special, I would say, effort from WWAD and many other organizations for looking after the interest of children or youth with special abilities. So that's a very good, I think, venture and effort from their side to make them part of the normal life.
Thanks, sir. Thanks for coming.
He is the famous Air Marshal Chief retired Mr. Arup Raha. It's our pleasure, sir, that you are here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we have with us Pandit Tanmay Bosch, and sir, how are you feeling being a part of this entire thing? Please tell us.
What we did, the entire credit goes to Dr. Amrita Panda. She conceived this idea, and the hard work behind this presentation goes to three guys. One is Shoykot, Shomodeep and Pubarun. And the bandish that you just heard is composed by Vidushi Ruchira Panda. I am just instrumental in giving the icing on the cake, just being there, showing it off. But I did very little, minimal, my contribution into it. But as a matter of fact, I work with these kids throughout the year for many years. So I know how much dedicated they are and how much they contribute in the art field. So I'm very happy that the audience here had a good prelude to the fashion walk. So thanks to AIDS Media for letting us present what we wanted to present.
So what do you like the most about the entire event? Please tell us.
The most important thing is there is no discrimination. Okay, every individual on this earth is unique. So we should not let some of them go behind us. Or we should join hands and bring everybody together and have the walk till we reach. That's the way the society will develop.
My name is RJ Arvind and I host the morning show on 94.3 Radio 1. Incredibly happy to be walking the ramp here with some really good talented kids. Had a great time in the jury also. But more importantly, I had immense fun knowing that lives are being changed on stage when the kids are performing and off stage when we are watching.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot for coming. So we just have one quick question for you. That what do you understand by accessible fashion and how do you think it's very important? Do you think it's important?
It is extremely important. Builds a lot of confidence, builds a lot of style. When you look at the world, it's also your statement on how you represent your own emotions when you see the outside world. It's great. It's just great to put your emotions out there with whatever you do, be it you're a writer, with your fashion, with your work, with your style. We are putting a part of our story to the outside world for them to learn and get inspired from.
Thanks a lot. So your name and how you associate with the entire thing?
So my name is Divya Somani and I am representing an organization named India Autism Center. We're one of the contributors for the organization and that's why I'm here.
So ma'am, what do you feel is accessible fashion? Like what it should be? What do you think about it?
I think accessible fashion, if I'm actually supposed to talk about it, is not just a question of disability. It just comes down to designing clothes for people and not reversing the conversation and making people fit clothes, which is what happens, that you're too big or too small for a given market, or I guess in this case you're too neurodiverse or too disabled for a market. Inclusive or accessible fashion is about thinking about the person first and then designing a product, which is the case for any form of inclusivity. It's about a product or service not taking precedence over an individual.
And the last thing I'd like ask you is, any message you have for the participants today?
you know, you're kind of like making me jump the gun here because I'm supposed to go on stage and say this, but I'm going to repeat this because, you know, it can't be said enough. Just seize the spotlight and shine bright because my God, like, you guys deserve it. You guys command it.
Thanks a lot for your time.
My name is Aurithro Ganguly. I work as a media professional, also as a digital content creator, and that's it. I'm a father as well, so one of the biggest job of my life. But it's the first of its kind I am attending in Kolkata, and the kind of energy, the kind of excitement, and the kind of the colors that I have seen, it's amazing, and it's kind of gives you a lot of hope that there is certain good still around.
Do you have any message or wishes for the participants and the finalists we have here?
Yes, I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'm Nishant Shah from India Autism Center. I'm the head of construction there for the project, and that's it.
So, sir, you have been part of WWAD for a long time now, so you know how this is happening and stuff. Any experience you have like to share with us, which you remember?
I've known Rakesh ji for some time now, and I guess this is a great initiative that he has taken up, and I hope and really wish him all the best for the future years so that he takes this to greater heights and maybe include a lot more participants from different parts of the country and get this going on a larger, grander scale. That's a wish I can give to him.
इट इज़ अ वंडरफुल प्लेटफॉर्म. मतलब डिफरेंट, एक तो हम कहते हैं ना कि इंटीग्रिटी वाला, कि हर एक स्टेट से बच्चों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया. बच्चे भी नहीं, हम मेरे से बहुत बड़े हैं, सो दे आर पर्सनस विद डिसेबिलिटी, सो उन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया और एक ऐसा मैसेज दिया है सोसाइटी को, क्योंकि वी बीइंग एजुकेटेड जितने भी यहाँ आए थे उसमें से कुछ ऐसे हैं जो बिल्कुल विलेज एरिया से आए हैं, जिनके बच्चों ने कभी ट्रैवलिंग नहीं करी है, कोई फ़्लाइट से है जिन्होंने कभी फ़्लाइट बाय एयर ट्रैवलिंग नहीं करी है. तो उनके लिए एक बहुत अलग सा एक्सपीरियंस था जो कि WWAD की वजह से मिला है बच्चों को.
Ma'am, and do you have any message for the children or the adults who participated today?
Yeah, message is like always motivate with your beautiful smile as they did always, because by seeing them smiling, our pressure, I mean the parents, the working with the persons with disability, everyone's pressure comes down and we also feel happy to be in this beautiful world.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
My name is Meenakshi Khunana. I'm a psychologist. Well, this is about walking with a difference, right? So when it comes to fashion, I think fashion is for everyone. There shouldn't be, we should not say that this person has some specific ability, some specific problem. Let's walk for them. It's like everyone is a model who's walking on the ramp. So fashion is for everyone. I've just come to enjoy the fashion and see how wonderful people, they work together and they move together and they glide together. I'm just going to be having some good fun today.
Do you have any special message for our participants, the finalists?
I think you all are rock stars. You are an inspiration, and all love and all, wishes, yes, to you.
Thanks a lot.
So my name is Debashish Biswas. I'm currently, I take care of two organizations. One is into leadership development and management consulting. I'm the managing director there and CEO of another organization which is into leadership communication. These are the two organizations I'm involved in.
So I'm so glad that you're a part of WWAD today. So what do you like the most about this event here?
I think the concept itself of WWAD is extremely unique. I think this is almost first of its kind in the country. I have not experienced or I've heard of anything like this. Having a sort of a day of celebration, I heard about fashion shows and ramp walks with people, those who are differently abled, who are physically challenged, those who actually don't get the limelight in most of our societal ecosystem, right? They're always seen as underprivileged, whereas today they are the privileged. We are the ones who are coming to applaud for them. We are here to cheer them up and encourage them, motivate them, and also thank them for having them here today, because of whom we are here as guests today. So I think for us, we all, the 2,500 people out here in the Science City Auditorium today, should be thankful that we got this opportunity to see these, these star performers today on stage. And I think the messaging is very clear. that as human beings, all of us are equals. We might have some amount of challenges here and there in our lives, but that shouldn't take us away from being unequal in a society where at the end of the day all are human beings.
Thanks a lot, sir.
My name is Fani Bhushan and I am a founding member of India Khelo Football. That's a non-profit initiative.
So you have been part of this WWAD for quite a long time. So tell us what you like the best about this.
The boys and girls who are participating in this entire activity, maybe for a normal people it perceived it's a quite normal thing, but once you know their background with that kind of a limitations, if they are doing such an amazing thing, you can't, and there's something you read and hear from somebody, but once you see, and seeing is believing kind of this thing. Once you see, you find the real difference. Somebody is deaf and still they are not listening any kind of music, still they are performing. So most of the normal people, they take everything for granted, but they don't understand that with you have a certain kind of a backache, then you start mumbling and it's not moving it. And these kids, by grace of God, whatever the challenges they have, but still they have come up this all very strongly and they are doing so nice thing. So that's an eye opener, and that exactly that moved me also. What is happening ki when I dreamt of ki India can produce a Messi, so that's a kind of my dream. But when I look back, when I see the parents, when they see ki others people are playing on the gully and all these things, they dream of ki my son and daughter could be part of that contingent. And that is the kind of, when we are talking about the inclusion, that inclusion is going to happen ki you give equal opportunity to everyone. Let somebody we obviously we are trying our best to create a Messi from India. It doesn't mean that we are restricting other to participate in this thing. So when I am using the word football for all, it means that there should be no bar. And one of the things which is more inspiring for me is this initiative say walk with a difference, and then fashion show. No one could imagine that this pageant show can happen by this kind of. So if my hope today is to make football a fashion statement today and let these people play with a difference. That's a kind of idea I have, and with the help of EMS Media, I'm surely we can achieve that part.
Please, ma'am, tell us a bit about yourselves. What's your name? Where you're from?
My name is Rekha Jain and मेरी बिटिया का नाम मिताली जैन है. हम लोग दिल्ली से आए हैं और ये हमें एम्स मीडिया के थ्रू सर ने बताया था, राकेश सर ने बताया था कि ऐसे ऐसे इवेंट हो रहा है, आप ज़रूर पार्टिसिपेट कीजिए. तो मुझे लग नहीं रहा था कि इतना कुछ ऐसा इवेंट अच्छा सा होगा, लेकिन यहाँ के तो एक अलग ही एक्सपीरियंस है, बहुत बढ़िया एक्सपीरियंस कि इन बच्चों के लिए इतना बढ़िया प्लेटफॉर्म्स. मैं कल ही अपने फ्रेंड से बात कर रही थी, शी इज़ माई फ्रेंड सीमा. मैं कह रही थी कि हम पहले बच्चों को छुपा के रखना होता था अंदर, कि छुपा के रखो इन बच्चों को, ये ऐसे. और इस प्लेटफॉर्म के द्वारा मैं देख रही हूँ कि सब पेरेंट्स ले लेके भाग रहे हैं कि हमारे बच्चे का भी, हमारे बच्चे का भी. तो वंडरफुल, wonderful experience.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Ma'am, you have any message for the participants we had here today?
Yeah, sure. All the participants are really they have done a great job. और हम कभी सपने में भी नहीं सोच सकते कि हम उनको उस इतनी बड़ी स्टेज पे देखेंगे. सोच के ही मेरे एकदम रोंगटे गूज़बम्स हो गए मुझे कि उन्होंने इतना अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म दिया है इनको कि अनइमेजिनेटिव. और आगे भी ये ऐसे ही करते रहे और बच्चों को और प्रोत्साहन मिले. Thanks a lot, EMS Media.
Thanks, EMS Media.
Hi, I'm Alpna Sarna and I'm heading the HR and CSR of Single Sewing Machine Company, which is into home appliances and sewing machines. And this is, we are really delighted to be participating with Walk with a Difference show over here, which is a great platform for the differentially abled to showcase their talent. And yes, they are fashionable. This is what we wanted to bring in this platform for them.
So I know that you walked with the children on the stage as well, and you have been an active part of the entire event. So can you please share a bit of how your experience was like?
I think all these days that they have participated, the end result was that they were becoming bold and beautiful. So this is the standard they have set for themselves, and I would say that the disability they had was not there. They had the ability to come forward and showcase their talent, which is what we experienced in all these days that we were with them.
Thank you, sir, for being here today. Can we please know your name and what you do present?
My name is Shongram Mukhopadhyay. I am an emerging dance maker, choreographer from Calcutta. And yeah, I'm interested in what makes movement and how we move and why we move all together. So that's where I am.
That's very humbling to hear, and we know that you have been a part of this entire event for almost a month now, where you tried to, train people how to dance, how to form structures and stuff. So you have been an active part of the entire event. What was your experience like?
So this 1 month has actually been, for me, this shift of lens of what really accounts for movement and what really makes you move. I mean, that is very critical. What is movement in itself? Which bodies are allowed to move? Shita, I think, has been my lens throughout. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That's amazing, like which bodies are allowed to move. We have here with us the person behind the entire concept of WWAD, Rakesh Dasmana, and known as RD. So a pleasure like knowing you and working with you for this last 2-3 weeks, I guess. So just tell us, what was the thought behind it? Why? What came to your mind that you thought, let's do something like this? It's not very common. This kind of first kind of its own. Yeah.
So because this is not common, I think that is why we have conceptualized, because we really believe that disability inclusion, sensitization, awareness, these are the things which really need a modern approach now. Running through some seminars or doing some rallies, I think these are not the eye catch point for the youth like you this today. You want something else. You want which is never it is called in Sanskrit na bhuto na bhavishya, which never have seen and probably you will not see in the future. So कुछ ऐसा चाहते हैं आप लोग, या आज का ये नया एज ऐसा चाहता है जिसको कुछ अलग देखना है. तो फैशन एक आई कैचिंग सेगमेंट है जो आई बिलीव देखते ही हमें लगता है, ओह वाओ, दिस पर्सन दिस पर्सन हियर. सो ये हम लोग इस सेगमेंट में डालना चाहते हैं, सो दैट एवरी डिज़ाइनर, एवरी फैशन हाउस, every company will have a one brand ambassador. This will be the people with disabilities.
Amazing, sir. And please also share with us what is your idea about accessible fashion, because we are talking about fashion for not only the able-bodied but for all the bodies. So what's your idea about that?
So I believe accessible, inclusive fashion means that everybody should feel very comfortable. And it is not that the person who is the user of any cloth or any other accessories, the person should not compromise. The person should not feel चल ठीक है यार, एडजस्ट कर लेते हैं, ठीक है यार, वो तो आता ही नहीं है, वो अगर किसी बाज़ार में आता है तो बहुत महंगा होता है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बाज़ार में चीज़ें उपलब्ध नहीं हैं. There are companies who are making some other things, but the problem is कि वो वेंडर्स बहुत कम है, या वो सप्लायर्स या मैन्युफैक्चरर्स बहुत कम है. तो क्या होता है कि डिमांड सप्लाई का खेल है, इसलिए प्राइस बहुत हाई है. जब प्राइस हाई है तो एक्सेसिबल नहीं है, और क्योंकि एक्सेसिबल नहीं है इसलिए पूरी कम्युनिटी में इंक्लूसिव नहीं है. तो एक्सेसिबल और इंक्लूसिव करने के लिए हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फ्यूचर ऑफ टुमारो डिज़ाइनर्स को, आज के डिज़ाइनर्स को, आज के डिज़ाइनिंग हाउसेस को ये समझाना और वहाँ अपनी जगह बनानी पड़ेगी, तब जाकर हम इस काम को इंक्लूसिव और एक्सेसिबल फैशन कर पाएंगे.
And it's very nice to hear about it, but tell me, how difficult was it to actually do it, like the execution part?
See, obviously it is not easy, because I have a very different perception. I'm not a very, I must say, I'm not a, education-wise, I'm not a professional from this field, but whatever I'm doing, whatever I have done, whatever I will do, it is only through my passion and will. So मैंने क्या देखा है कि inclusion पहले internal community में चाहिए. इंटरनल कम्युनिटी का मतलब व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग टू वीआई, तो उसको ये नहीं बोलना है कि यार वीआई इज़ द ओनली बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम और बिगेस्ट चैलेंज. एचआई का तो इजी है. एचआई बोले चल यार डाउन सिंड्रोम का बहुत इजी है. दिस इज़, वी नीड टू लर्न फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी शुड इंक्लूड फर्स्ट अपने आप के अंदर हमें इंक्लूजन चाहिए. ये जब इंक्लूजन नहीं मिलता तो वो बहुत ज़्यादा तकलीफ भरा दौर होता है. इट वॉज़ वेरी टफ मोबिलाइजिंग पीपल फ्रॉम ऑल ओवर द इंडिया. उसके बाद आपको वो तैयारी करना कि आपको हर किसी लोग फाइनलिस्ट के लिए, वी हैड नो आइडिया कि वो कितने लोग कलकत्ता से होंगे, सबके लिए स्टे, accommodation, to fro, it was very tough. It is not so easy. I mean, I personally into this entire process since last 6 months, I'm doing nothing else. Imagine that how easy and tough it was.
Sir. And so like what's your plan ahead of this? What do you plan to do next? And yeah.
So I believe that मैंने आज बोला भी है और मानना भी है कि जैसे एक फैशन वीक होता है, हमारी पूरी उम्मीद है और हमें लगता है कि आने वाले सालों में द नेक्स्ट सीजन ऑफ WWAD विल बी लाइक द सेम. हम कुछ एक rather than one day grand finale we want to do the week. और ऐसा वीक करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा बैंडविड्थ चाहिए. इट इज़ नॉट सो ईजी फ्रेंड्स, इट इज़ नॉट रियली नॉट ईजी. इसके लिए बहुत बड़ा प्रोडक्शन चाहिए, बहुत बड़ी टीम चाहिए, बहुत बड़ी बैंडविड्थ चाहिए, बहुत सारा टाइम एनर्जी चाहिए. सो बट we have decided, so we will do maybe next year, maybe next year, but we are sure that next year. And the another thing is we are coming up with a new book. हम लोग फैशन डिसेबिलिटी पैराडॉक्स के ऊपर एक किताब लाना जा रहे हैं. उसके लिए रिसर्च हमने स्टार्ट कर दी है. वी डोंट नो कितने टाइम में होगा, बट वी आर प्लानिंग कि हम इसको 6 months के अंदर इस किताब को बाहर लेके आएंगे.
Glad to know you, sir. Good night. Have a good evening.